Thank you, Gemma, and good afternoon, everybody. First of all, happy Safe Abortion Day. Today, September. Thank you to all my three speakers, the panelists, for actually raising something that should be obvious but isn't, namely that the Netherlands matters on the abortion map. And matters really a lot, both in the scale of Europe and also globally. I would even push it further. I think globally we desperately need good examples from countries to push on the sort of backlash that we are observing in the United States and in any other geography. But today I want to talk to you about a couple of harmful misconceptions, myths, stereotypes that are present in the Netherlands, but I think that are also present globally. And let's see, Gemma, how many I can do in 7 minutes. So, I want to start by the common belief that abortion is something that belongs in the clinics, has to be done by people in white coats, by doctors, right? And this now is partially a myth, but I also want to place it, how did it come to be, right? In the 70s and 80s of last century, where there was a lot of advocacy for safe abortion and legalizing abortion, in fact, there were only surgical methods available. So yes, the doctor, the trained professional, and a sort of sterile room was the guarantor of safety, right? So this is how the abortion laws were formed in order to push abortion into healthcare. There's a lot of problems with it, but the main is that we are in 2024, and for how many years? 30-something. We have a technology, this one, the pills, called mifepristone and misoprostol, that are so safe that they actually qualify as over-the-counter medicine. Yeah? We could buy them just like we buy condoms or like we buy emergency contraception. Yet this is not happening. I want to mention that there is a lot of groups working globally on self-managed abortion activism, which is kind of conceptualized as people doing their own abortion outside of the formal health system. And it is really a sort of a self-defense and a resistance strategy, particularly in countries where abortion access is restricted and not provided in the formal healthcare. Mind it, most abortions worldwide are not happening in clinics. They are happening in the bathrooms nowadays of your own home. This is the place where abortion most commonly takes place. While feminist activists are very much fighting for self-managed abortion and for, freeing the pill and being able to access it without controls, we are also very adamant and very outspoken about the need for third and second trimester abortions, including into formal healthcare, with a choice of method, because the method matters very much. So it's not seen as a panacea, but it is seen as something that could revolutionize abortion access. So my question is, why are we not aiming that those pills actually should be available at Ethos, at Kruidvat, etc. This is where they belong, just as much as they also belong in the healthcare for those that would rather obtain them from the healthcare. But that is something that we need to put on the table, and we broadly name this phenomenon as demedicalization of abortion. The irony is that we have all the evidence needed to support this claim. Yeah? We have research, we have models of care, we have standards of care, we even have the damn WHO recommendations behind this, right? But the irony is that it is not about evidence, right? So there's no amount of evidence that will push it forward. Really what we are struggling with is a different set of norms, right? That are not based in control, that are not based in patriarchy, and in the notion that abortion is something to be avoided and eliminated and controlled. So resources globally are put in the house of cards of building the systems that we should be fighting paradigmatically. And I applaud Femke for saying this very straightforward, that this is also a matter of money. And this is the discussion that we should be having, because indeed the systems are built like this, that doctors and clinics are unable to provide second or third trimester care unless they also subsidize it, for example, through the first trimester. But let's distinguish the discussion about money from the discussion about safety and the available technologies and models of care. Okay, so that was number one misconception. And a call for demedicalization of abortion. Number two, misconception, we need abortion laws. We need abortion laws to protect us. Well, guess what? I don't think that. I think we don't need any abortion laws. I think abortion laws are paradigmatically the problem because they are based in the notion of exclusion. They're based in the notion of who deserves, in other words, to have an abortion and who doesn't. Right? So let's look at the Dutch example. What do we have? This whole discussion that came also, whole point that came also here in the discussion around viability. Which viability? Is there a moment in a pregnancy that I lose my rights because of some, not even medically possibly to establish moment? And again, if we look from human rights perspective and even the damn recommendations of the WHO, and I say damn ironically because really the WHO ain't the most progressive out there, this is a UN agency minded, they say no limits in terms of gestational age. That would mean being able to have an abortion throughout the whole pregnancy. And I think for me, this is the feminist notion, and this is the feminist fight that I am willing to take. So when we talk about decriminalization, we're not talking about decriminalization towards viability till 24 weeks. We are talking about not only taking abortion law, because why would we need abortion law, but we're also talking about taking all the laws that penalize or criminalize any type of provision of safe care in abortion. So fuck you to pharma laws that don't allow us distribute medicines that we should be giving freely, just like we can give condoms or whatever. Customs law, all kinds of other laws that perpetuate the same system that you are not able to access the abortion. And I want to say it very strongly that decriminalization is a very holistic concept. It doesn't mean only taking abortion from the penal code. It really means not penalizing and not criminalizing safe abortion care. And then again, the example of abortion in the Netherlands. I had abortions that I did to myself in the Netherlands. They were illegal, which of course makes me a little bit, it's a bit comical even, because I consider myself a provider of abortion care, right? But the fact that I didn't let the state put it, why, how, whatever, excludes me, it's not legal, right? It was per definition illegal because self-care is illegal. And last but not least, that we see a lot also still in Dutch newspapers and in Dutch discourse, is that abortion is something per definition to prevent and to avoid, right? And that of course links very much to the workshop that we had today. Abortion is not a negative health outcome. If you need an abortion, it doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean that you should have used contraceptive. It is your body and you can do whatever you want and have as many abortions as you wish. We at Abortion Without Borders really believe that access to abortion is a social good, right? It's something to be happy, to celebrate, to absolutely destigmatize, and I want to say it's particularly strong today on a Safe Abortion Day. Abortion has had so many tears and tragic stories and political bullshit. Let's give it a bit of glitter. Let's give it a bit of joy. We deserve it.